I'm just going to check that before I start waffling that I'm actually live on Instagram, YouTube. Goodness me, what a day. So, start saying I'm coming. Let's just view the channel. So, good evening, everybody. I do hope that you are well. Yes, I am live. I am Hannah. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the UK. So if you see anything that you like in any of my videos, whether that be this video here on YouTube or anything actually on my channel, you can purchase the items through my online store. The link for my online store is always in the description down below. Thank you ever so much for joining me, and I really hope that you've had a lovely Wednesday. My Wednesday's been a little bit bonkers. Wednesday is my day with my children. I do work a full-time job alongside doing my Stampin' Up! Business, and Wednesday is my kids' day. Well, my oldest child, Neve, has started school nursery this week, so we've had just the brain power it takes to coordinate getting her to nursery for 12:30 in the afternoon is just mad, and something I had not accounted for. So trying to do, getting her to nursery, baby classes, and all sorts of other stuff just has melted my brain for 2 days. I did actually treat myself this afternoon to a great big slab of Millionaire's shortbread and a great big coffee because I really needed it. Probably could have done with some caffeine before this video because put the kids to bed at like 6 o'clock, then sat down for half an hour and was not prepared or ready or anything for this video at all this week. So I will be better next week, I promise. But I have got a card in my brain. I'm hoping to get it out of my brain and onto my grid paper in the course of this video. So, shall we get started? We have got the Jingle, Jingle, Jingle stamp set from Stampin' Up! Now, I know it's only early September, but we do need to start thinking about Christmas cards. Because Christmas is going to suddenly creep up on us, and it'll be here, and we don't know how it's going to have happened, because this is what happens to me every year. So, if you like this stamp set, I do have an online class with this stamp set this month, and we make 4 really, really pretty, super simple cards that you can mass produce really easy, and get your Christmas cards done for the year. I thought I would share this stamp set with you today. Gonna do something a little bit more stepped up than what's in class, just because I've got, an hour? Maybe, probably aren't going to take that long, but we can kind of do a little bit more in depth. So, I have the stamp set. I have the embossing folder with the trees. Now, this would be really good if I could remember what it was called, wouldn't it? So, both of these items are from the July to December mini catalogue, and this is the page that the Jingle, Jingle, Jingle stamp set's on, which is page 26. And they have some really lovely, simple to stepped up ideas with this stamp set. Love that concept. I think it's brilliant. But then this embossing folder is one that I completely missed on my first go through the catalogue, and I have pointed out a few times now because I just think it is, but it is really easy to just not see because it's here on page 39. And you see the stamp set's lovely, and you see these lovely cards, but actually Whimsical Woodland 3D embossing folder is just here, and that would have passed me by. But it is really, really pretty. Really pretty. Just very simple. I've got a piece of Pool Party, and I've got Pool Party ink and some blends today as well. Actually got the light and dark blends, and I think I've got 2 of the dark Pool Party. I do, just because apparently I have 2. I have a light shaded spruce and a light smoky slate, just to see we can play around with them a little bit. So, shall we, if I can explain kind of what my thought process is here. I've got my card base. I'm just going to fold that and burnish it really well. I've already put a score line in it. So we've got our card base. Then I have embossed this basic white panel with that embossing folder, which is just so pretty. Thought we could ink blend that a little bit, and then take the Jingle stamp and kind of stamp it 3 times, kind of down the card ish, with a bit of blends colouring bit of fussy cutting, see where we end up. What do you think? I think that sounds like fun. So before we do anything, let's get this piece of card blended first. So I have got a piece of scrap, just because I like my clean and fresh paper, and yeah, it just hurts my head otherwise. So I've got a blending brush. This is the one I use for blue ink, and it's probably, yeah, it's still got a little bit of blue ink in it, but that's fine. I've got my Pool Party ink pad. Ooh, she says. Just going to open that out, and I'm going to rub the brush onto the ink pad. You can see where it's been actually. You can see that on the camera, but in real life I can see I've got a kind of paler patch. So I'm going to tap that off. Got to get the harsh bits off, and I'm going to really, really gently, and I have not done this ahead of time to practice, just rub this brush over the top, and hopefully it's just going to pick up some of that embossing. And actually you can see, so I've done this half, I'm hoping you can see, done this half but not this half, and actually it does look really pretty. I'll turn that over, a bit more ink on, tap that off again, and then just, I mean, like, you could layer this up, you know, you could really go to town on adding more and more and more ink. I'm going to keep it fairly, just, and it's just like picked up the tall bits of the embossing, but you can really see that embossing now, can't you? So pretty. That is that bit. Then let's take Code Club. Before this piece of post-it goes missing off my desk, Code Club, if you are shopping with me this month, and I would really appreciate it if you would shop with me this month, because I have a massive goal that I need to reach by the end of this month. And so if you shop and use the Code Club, you would be helping me out, and I would be so grateful. If you use the Code Club, you do get some perks, including a free gift from me in the post. So do use the code. I haven't put myself on do not disturb, because I'm now getting messages from Instagram. Anyway, so yeah, do use the Code Club code and support me, and hopefully I will reach my goal before the end of this month. So that's what that is. If you can't read that, and it is difficult to be fair, the Code Club is available on my website, which I normally have written here and I've forgotten to do. So if you go over to StampinByHannah.co.uk, you will find that information in the sidebar or on the Code Club code page. So it is also, I don't think I've posted it to social media yet, it is also in my email. So if you're not subscribed to my email, you need to do that. Again, head over to my blog and it will pop up for you. But if you subscribe to my newsletter, they come out every Friday. You get an exclusive early look at this week's pre-recorded video, which normally goes live on a Saturday. And the Code Club code is also always front and centre of that email. So I'm just stamping my Jingle 3 times over using Memento black ink, and the reason we're using Memento is because we're going to use blends. So like I said, I've got my blends now. I know that one of my blends is a little bit runny. It's not that one. It might be this one. Well, that one looks okay too. Let's see. We'll find out when we start colouring, won't we? But I am going to swatch them all because I just want to check, really, that I'm not going to use a colour that's like way off palette. See, that's a bit much, isn't it? But we'll see. You know what? We're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. I'm not doing any kind of complicated colouring on these. I don't think. Or should we? Should we do some ombre? Let's go like let's give it a crack. Yeah, let's try it. We can only fail and require some more cardstock, can't we? So we'll just blend that there. Oh, you know what? That looks really pretty. That is that light shaded spruce and dark Pool Party, and it does work really well actually. So I gotta say actually, I tend to use the bullet tip of my pens. And I've gone for the brush end. Don't know why I've done that. This is so therapeutic. Just that little bit of, sit there on an evening, get yourself a lap tray, sit on an evening, get a load of things stamped, and you can just sit and colour whilst you're watching telly. Just like nothing complicated, just really simple colouring. Add a line of that there. Just pull that down a little bit. That's it, isn't it? Look at that. I'm quite pleased with this. For something I had not prepped or planned, I decided I'd do pool party colours about 7 o'clock. Because I looked at my collection of blends. I haven't got the biggest collection of blends, I've got to admit. I do need some more. I think that's probably what I'm going to spend my money on this month, is some more blends, because I do love them. They're really easy to colour with. You know, I've tried a lot of the alcohol markers over the years, and blends they really are really simple. They do just colour really nicely, and they blend together, and you don't have to think. Like, I remember trying to look at Copic markers a long time ago, and just getting myself so confused with the numbering system, and just like, how do I know what colour I need? And blends Stampin' Up now do some skin tones in the blends, and they are numbered rather than in the kind of Stampin' Up colours. But even then, they're really simple. Like, I think it's like numbers 100, 200, 300, 400. You know, like really, you know, you're not having to look at, you know, C3821 and, you know, which blends with 8, 9, you know, hurts me head. So that's the darkest one. I'm going to put that one away. And I get out my, so I've got the 2 pool party blends now. So these will blend together really, really nicely. Because they're designed to blend together, because they're tones of the same colour. So we're going to have like a dark top and a lighter bottom. And I'm not doing anything, I'm trying to stay in the lines, but that's as kind of complicated as I'm getting at this point. And because these 2 are more similar, so they're, like I said, they are the same colour, just different tones of the same colour, they do blend more easily. I've had to work a little bit harder to get the darker colour to blend. Oh, I don't know if my phone will have picked that up. That we have got thunder, I think. It has been a beautiful day, and I know I had some quite heavy rain just before I went live. And we could do with some thunder, because it's very close, quite warm. I'm like, oh, no. Or was it a motorbike? It might have been a motorbike, that's really, yeah. Oh dear. Just blend that out. I think I could do with new pool party pens, actually, because they are just starting to sound a bit scratchy, and scratchy is the way you know that you need new ones. So I'm going to take my smoky slate now. Now this one might not blend very well, because it is a very different colour to the pool party. Let's just see if we can just get that to this might be the one where I go, no, I need to stamp this again. Oh no, that's definitely thunder. Definitely thunder. Do need a bit of thunder though, goodness me. chatting to my husband earlier, we're growing some pumpkins for the kids, yeah, for Halloween. And he went, oh, the leaves have gone a bit yellow. And we had a Google and discovered it's because they've just not been watered enough. And we were watering them religiously over the summer, and then I think as the weather's sort of changed a little bit in the last maybe 2 weeks, and it's suddenly got a bit colder, hasn't it, and a little bit wet, and we just haven't watered them, and it's like, actually, they're just not getting enough water now. We still need to water them, even when it's raining. But they are. I will have to share a picture with you of, oh, and we've got lightning. So hopefully this video will go live or up, and I won't be cut off because my won't lose my internet connection. Because we do have thunder and lightning. It's a little bit away though, because I saw the flash out the window, but it was a little while before the thunder. Do love a bit of thunder and lightning. Do also hope it doesn't wake the kids, because that's just not fun. Oh, they've been so tired this week. Starting nursery's just really worn them out. Anyway, so there we have ombre colour jingle, jingle, jingle. Aren't they cool? So I am going to fussy cut. Now I have fussy cut these already, and I shared them on Instagram last night, of a video of me fussy cutting this sentiment, and I cut it because it was really long, so I'm hoping this doesn't take me too long to do. As always, fussy cutting, the secret is to hold your scissors still and move the card. And I have a couple of tips. So if you are not confident with fussy cutting, don't make a YouTube video live and talk and lose concentration, because that's what's happening to me at the moment. The other thing is, if you're not confident with fussy cutting, easiest thing, start with fussy cutting designer series paper or pattern paper, because it is a lighter weight and it is a bit more forgiving, so it won't you won't notice quite so much. Oh, that's proper thundering now. You won't notice quite so much if it all goes a little bit wrong, and it won't bend and buckle quite as much. So practice on some designer series paper first, and you can always stamp on your designer series paper. Pick a kind of fairly plain print and stamp on it, and the effect is always fabulous. Do love a bit of stamped designer series paper. It does look amazing. So I was using Hues of Happiness to do Facebook Live on Sunday night, and we used Hues of Happiness, and the Hues of Happiness paper stamped on is just beautiful, because it's that rainbow and kind of painterly effect, and it just looks really, really stunning. And this jingle isn't complicated to cut out. It would be nice if we had a die, but we don't. So fussy cutting it is, and I've got to the point now with this particular stamp where I just can't use it. I can't use it flat. I have to have it fussy cut. So yeah, once you've kind of practiced, decide whether you're going to cut on the line or a little bit beyond the line. I like that white outline, and I think if you've got that white outline, it's a little bit more forgiving than if you're trying to cut bang on a black line. Oh, it's the rain's coming now. It's getting rather stormy. So we have got Stampin' Up have got a really busy September. So we've got weekly deals happening all of September. They change on a Thursday or kind of Wednesday at midnight. So Thursday morning, we get new deals, and they are brilliant. The ones that end tonight include the Splendid Day Designer Series paper, which is that really pretty pastel and metallic paper in the July to December catalogue. Not festive at all, kind of, you know what, the colours are almost spring, but really stunning, and the stamp set's kind of wintry rather than Christmas. So that's in this week's deals, and things like the brass butterflies are in this week's weekly deal. So they end tonight at like a minute to 11, I think. So if you're watching this live or very soon after it was live, that's definitely worth checking out. And then the new deals will go live tomorrow morning. It will probably be tomorrow evening or even possibly Friday before I get a chance to share what they are. So do pop over onto my online store first thing in the morning to find them for yourself. Thursdays are a bit busy for me. I've got a gym session first thing in the morning, like 5 o'clock, and then I have to be in Wakefield for before 8. Wakefield's about an hour and a half drive for me. So yeah, things just a very busy morning. Is a Thursday. So yeah, not gonna get that posted to Instagram probably before 6 in the evening. But if I get a chance, I will. So just really, this is not, like I said, not a complicated shape to fussy cut. And because probably because you've just got quite a few straight lines on it. One more. We are nearly done with the fussy cutting. Well, almost. I think I might need to fussy cut the rest of the sentiment as well, because this Jingle 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 has 2 parts to it. One of the reasons why I love this stamp set actually is because you've got like the big word, so in this case jingle, and then the kind of like partner. So you've got 'tis the season to be jolly and believe in the magic and jingle all the way, which I just think's really fun. And that mixture of fonts, if you've been here for a while, you'll know I do love a font. Oh my goodness, can you hear the weather outside? I know this is like riveting content, but that is bouncing rain. Bouncing rain. And thunder. And lightning. And yeah, just hoping I don't lose power at this point. If I suddenly disappear, it's because my power's gone off and therefore my Wi-Fi has gone off and I've got no lights and I'm sat in the dark. But if that is the case, I will get this card posted to my social media as soon as I possibly can, but it will probably be tomorrow because I need lights and an internet connection before I can do that. So yeah, so we've got Stampin' Up! Weekly deals this week, or in September. Then there is also the Perfect Partners dies. So some of the stamp sets that were released, some of them in the annual catalogue and some of them are in the July to December catalogue. Some of the stamp sets are released kind of on their own, and Stampin' Up! Have released sets of dies to go with them, which I think is really cool. In particular, there's a stamp set with a Yeti in it. Let me see if I can find it for you, because I love this Yeti. I think he's the coolest. He's just adorably cute. But he's now got a set of dies to go with him. And they are while stocks last, and only probably only available for probably this month. And there's 6 of those, so they're all available. So they're available on my online store. Sorry, on my Diet Coke. Yeah, so they are available this month as well. And like, as usual, if you buy a Stampin' die bundle, you save 10%. And so if you haven't got the Yeti and you like the Yeti, I probably need to do a video with the Yeti, don't I? There is, yeah, you'll get 10% off if you buy the stamps and the dies together. Basically, same as usual. So we've got our embossed panel that we've ink blended. We've got our 3 jingles. I do want to stamp the all the way. So I'm going to grab my little piece of scrap and my pool party ink. Just stamp that straight down, straight up. And I am going to fussy cut, but like simple fussy cutting at this point. So we're just going to go chop. Yeah, that'll do. Nothing complicated. So we need some Stampin' Dimensionals and my Stampin' Seal. Let's get all of this layered up together. So, bit of seal on the back of our embossed panel. And I know that some people with embossed, you know, you might want to go for something a little bit stronger, so something like a Seal Plus. Or if you can use wet glue, go for wet glue. Me and wet glue don't go together, so I don't use it. Just yeah. It makes a mess. I'm going to go for the mini dimensionals actually. So I'm going to put 3 of the mini dimensionals on the back of each of my jingles. Like so, 1. And what is really lovely about using dimensionals is that you can, so they're popped up, but until you take that backing off, they are not going to stick anywhere. And what I will quite often do is I'll put the dimensionals on, and then I can see that they're gonna, you know, they're popped up, but they're not sticky. So you can then kind of position them exactly where you want them. And if I want, you know, some ribbon behind, or a bit of linen thread or something, we can put that on as well. So jingle, jingle, jingle. Do I want them? See, this is where we can start moving stuff around. So I've got, do I go all down one side? Like that, or do we kind of go staggered? Staggered was where my head was going when I first looked at, when I was first thinking about this card driving home from work the other night. But actually, quite like that. Quite like that. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to stick the all the way down first and keep that bit flat. So all the way, line up with the grid paper. So I use my grid paper all the time to get things kind of straight. I'm not looking for perfection because it's a handmade card, and we, you know, if it was perfection, you know, we wanted to look kind of mass produced or whatever, it wouldn't look handmade, and then nobody would know, would they? Because actually some of these kind of mass produced cards now, they trick you into thinking that they're handmade, and actually they're not. I know I had a card, it might have been my birthday this year, and I thought, oh, somebody's gone out of the way to send me a handmade card. How lovely, because I send handmade cards all the time, never get any back. And then I looked at it and turned it over and realised it was Marks and Spencer's. I was like, that's cheating. Cheating. Never mind. So, stamp, pop those on. There, look at that. Love that. And then the last thing I've got is the adhesive back sequins and gems. Now this isn't Pool Party. I actually don't know if they've told us what these colours are. This is another thing that's in this catalogue that I can't remember where it is in the catalogue, so I'm going to just check the back. Page 19. Da, 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 da. Yeah, another thing that's completely hidden. Completely hidden, really easy to miss. You've got the stamp set, you've got a die bundle, but actually you've got these adhesive back sequins as well. Dead easy to miss in the catalogue. So you get 180 pieces for £7, which I don't think is too bad. Do they tell me what colours it is? Oh, it's Coastal Cabana, Fresh Freesia and Iridescent. Apparently, so they're iridescent, they're Fresh Frisian, they are Coastal Cabana. But actually, I think they go all right with a bit of Pool Party. What do you think? I do. So, I'm grab my Take a Pic tool. Now, usually with my Take a Pic tool, I use the pointy end for anything adhesive that's got an adhesive backing on it already. Now, I saw somebody the other week using the kind of sticky end for gems, and I just thought it was genius. So we're going to do the same with our sequins. And we can just then place them exactly where we want them. Super, super simple. I mean, this is exactly what the tool was designed for, I'll admit. But, how cool is that? I'm going to go for a bit of a splattering, to be honest. Do we go for a full 9? Do we go for a full trio of trios? I think we do. I do feel this card needs quite a bit of sparkle. There we go. That is my card for today. Thank you ever so much for joining me here on YouTube this week. I am back hopefully every Wednesday at 7:30 for various card fun. If you have enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up, do hit that subscribe button, and do hit the link in the down bar below if you want to check out my blog or my online store. I'll be forever grateful if you would purchase this month in particular, because I have a big goal I want to hit. Yeah, so also you've got Facebook Live on a Sunday night. I'll show you what we made this week. The video is actually already up on my YouTube. We made this card on Sunday. Love that with that's Hues of Happiness paper and a die cut background. Gorgeous. So yeah. And then there'll be another video coming on Saturday, hopefully with this week's weekly deals, whatever they are, because I don't know yet either. So thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again really, really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.